Hi everybody, it's Kayla and welcome back to Fixer Upper. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're working on obviously an EA build, but we're transforming what was once a starter home into a beautiful, I was gonna say mansion, but it's still one bedroom, house. It's a beautiful, big, traditional old home that was once a tiny one-bedroom, weird, boxy starter home. Now you're seeing from the build that originally this starter had like a super weird roof. It was like two different squares, and it was just the one room, one bathroom, really cheap, little sad starter in Glimmerbrook. And obviously, as many of you know, I've been working on renovating every lot in Glimmerbrook, and I'm finally finished. This is one of the last ones we had to do. And I wanted to take this starter home and make it into something a little bit more substantial, as in, like, not just a lame, boring little box house, and make it into like an actually kind of cool, really, I want to say big, but it's still really small house, because it is kind of a big interior, but it does only have one bedroom. There's a big open area above some of the stairs, so it's like half of the upstairs doesn't actually exist, and it is just the one bedroom, one bathroom house, because I ended up putting in these two Sims, this like elderly couple of women. They have like 4 cats, live here together, been married for years, and this is their home. So they don't have any kids or anything, so they don't really need extra bedrooms, they just needed the one room for them, and obviously like the space for their cats, because they have 4 of them. But they're these two witches that live here in this world, and then they have this tiny house together. And I think that I did a good job of transforming this house. It doesn't look anything like the original, and honestly, it's not shaped anything like the original either. I completely changed it. Like, the original box is still there, it's still the same size, like on the first floor, basically, but it's bigger. It's got a tower. This is not the same house in any way, shape, or form, but it's pretty, so at least there's that. I tried to make it kind of interesting. It's one of those things where, like, I think that there's a really cool style of architecture that could have been used in this world, and I think they kind of failed to make this world have that cool style of architecture, and I wanted to keep that, so I did this build. And I think I did a good job. You'll see I used some cool new stairs. We have a big open area. Again, I think the inside ended up looking really, really cool. And I did try some things like with making fun towers and cool roofing and stuff. So there are definitely some different techniques that I used in this build. It doesn't look much like my other ones. It looks very similar to my builds for this world though, which I think is a good thing, to have kind of a cohesive sort of look to the builds in a world, because it is all sort of one style, you know, and I wanted to kind of keep that, so I did my best, and I think it actually turned out really cute. It's kind of witchy, it's fun, it's got a cool purple roof, it looks definitely very different from the original house, like unrecognizable, which was kind of the goal to an extent, because I think oftentimes in these builds, I try really hard to sort of like, you know, keep the original essence, but make it a little bit more exciting, and not ugly, but with this one, I was like, forget the essence, we're just starting over. But we had the original box still there, which is cool. I also only used the base game and Realm of Magic in this pack, in this world, in this house. In the house, only the base game and Realm of Magic. So if you have that pack, you can place this lot, nothing's gonna be missing. In my Simsie save, it's got obviously like litter boxes and food for the cats, but not in this version. So the gallery doesn't have that stuff. So anyone can download the house, won't be missing any items or anything. Perfectly acceptable for you, and I had a fun time getting to use like the new staircases and stuff. I actually put the kitchen kind of right there under the stairs. It was great. I had a great time doing that, and my game crashed in the middle. No, oh my god, not my game. My whole PC crashed. Wait, oh, tragic. But I was building this house. This is the second time it's happened to me so far, but I'm getting a little bit worried about it because I was streaming this, obviously, twitch.tv/lilsimsie, and then all of a sudden my PC just turned off, like without warning, just off. And so it's happened twice now, and I got scared, because in my first thought was like, oh my god, the power went out, because that happens sometimes. I live in Florida. Sometimes the storm is just like, you know what? Power? You can't have it. And it just like flickers for a second or goes off completely fairly often. So I was worried it was that, but obviously the power was still on. My PC was just not. So it's happened twice now. I'm a little bit concerned about it. Once was like a month or so ago, and then now this time. But I lost like 20 minutes of progress. So you'll see me do the kitchen and stuff and like get through that, and then my game died along with my PC, so I had to redo it. I've had bad luck with doing these builds, because obviously my game crashed when I was doing the Magic reno, like the actual one from the Magic world, because they had that glitch back, they fixed it now, but there was a glitch where if you had a spellcaster in cast and then you left cast, the game would crash, and so I lost like an hour of progress in that build, and I was very upset by that. I like almost cried when that happened. I mean, I think that's reasonable though, right? To like have worked so hard on a build and then to have a lot of it just disappear. This time it wasn't that much. It was like a lot of me doing windows and stuff that got missing. Um, I had to redo the windows and like a little bit of the kitchen, but at least that was easy enough to fix. It wasn't like, the entirety of a build or anything because I think if that had happened, I would have given up. Like, it's not worth it at that point to redo this. I mean, I redid the magic one because I kind of had no choice. Like, one, I wanted to get that build out so you guys could actually use it. But also, I mean, it needed to be fixed, okay? It needed to be fixed. And it was for my Simsie save, so I kind of had to get it out as soon as possible. I didn't really have the time to not do it. But if this one had disappeared completely, I think I would have just given up on her because she's not worth it. But I think she ended up being really cute. So at least there's that. But you guys should have seen my chat when I was doing this was not happy with the build. I think I was kind of stressed and worried about how it looked and kind of unsure of myself for a lot of it, but I ended up really liking it. It grew on me a lot, to be honest. I love the light brick with the dark tower. Ends up being stone, which I loved. We had this cool stone tower and stuff. I think it ended up being really pretty. But a lot of my Twitch chat was like, ew, your build is ugly. So I was kind of stressed for a lot of it. I think that's an easy thing for people to say on Twitch because they see something that's unfinished and think like, oh my god, the roof is weird, but it's like, I'm not done. Give me a second. It's easy to make those judgments because obviously like I have in my head what it's gonna look like, but you can't see what's in my head, only what exists. And so when you see what exists and it's not done, it's like, oh, your tower is stupid, fix it. But like, I had a vision and I think I pulled it off, okay? I think I made my vision work, okay? It just was definitely a work in progress. It was quite the experience, but we did get there, and I love this how the second floor there is a lot of open space. I think it's kind of interesting to have that sort of loft area because I wanted this to be a small house. I knew in my head that one, it used to be a starter home, and I wanted it to be like still a small house for just this one couple. They don't really need much space. They only have the two of them and their cats, but like the cats don't need bedrooms. They don't have any kids or grandkids, so they don't really need a lot of space for guests to stay because they don't have any friends, like come on. And so I wanted to keep it just one bedroom to kind of have that essence of the original house, but I also wanted it to still not, it was a difficult thing to make it look small and good, but the whole time I was building, people kept being like, this isn't a small house, you said it'd be a small house, and I was like, no, it will be a small house, it's just one bedroom. They have a lot of space downstairs, but it's still just one bedroom, okay? I could have easily fit like 3 bedrooms upstairs, I bet, if I did small rooms, but instead I just put one, which, is that worth it? Probably not. Like, is it actually useful to play in this build at all? No. Like, when are you gonna come here with this ridiculously expensive house and 1 bedroom? But if you're ever looking for a ridiculously expensive house with 1 bedroom for a witch, this is the one. I love that I had that tower with the stone outside, by the way. I was really pleased with that. But you see where I just kind of cut and came back? That was my PC dying. So we came back. It's mostly the same. I think there's like lights placed now and maybe some different windows. Probably mostly the same ones. But I redid them and then started recording again. So I think it's the same as what you just saw. But who knows? Because my PC crashed and died. So the recording was still there, but the rest of it was not. At all. It wasn't. It was gone. The build, dead. Gone. I mean, I had saved a bunch, but I hadn't saved for like 20 minutes, so it was a little bit of, some redoing had to be done, but we got there. And like I said, I did stream this on, whoa, the words that I said didn't make sense. Like I said, I did stream this on Twitch. I stream all of my builds on Twitch. Before I post them on YouTube, most of the time my streams are like me doing my builds, especially with renovations for the Simsie save, we like stream all of it. So that's every single day on twitch.tv/lilsimsie, I'm live, and I'm back now. I've been at TwitchCon this week, so I haven't been streaming that much, because I was obviously in San Diego for TwitchCon, but now that I'm back from TwitchCon, we're back and live streaming, and one of my friends has been staying with me for like a month and a half, and they're leaving, so hopefully I can stream some more to be less lonely. In the coming weeks. Oh boy. But yeah, I love to stream. It's a fun time. It makes me feel like I have friends, So it's great fun. I don't really have many friends around here, so, I use Twitch to make myself feel less lonely. It's a great time. Also, I'm looking forward to this. This is so lame, but, like, my mom and I, next weekend, we're gonna go shopping for, like, a bunch of fall decorations, and I'm really excited because, listen, no offense to my father, but he has done something that has ruined my life. And it's not his fault, but it is his fault. Because right now, he's out of town on business. He's been gone for like a month, right? And so I've been stranded alone with such issues as my AC breaking, there being a fire alarm over my stairs that needs a battery replaced that is over my stairs that I can't reach. That was an issue to try and fix in the middle of the night when it started beeping, but I fixed it and it was fine. But it was over my stairs. Wish I had my dad there to help me, but I live alone and he's gone, so what am I gonna do? And now, so he thought he was helping me by doing this, but it has caused me some issues, right? Because there's like in my garage, there's a shelf like above the top, like on half of it, kind of. It's good for storage and stuff, kind of useful. Like it's a big like metal iron sort of shelf thing, right? And you can stick like a Christmas tree box like that kind of big up there. Except for the fact that he put all of my decorations up there. I have like 2 boxes of like one for Christmas and one for like some fall type things. I have like 2 boxes of those, like a stack of empty boxes, the Christmas tree, and he put all those things up there without asking me, thinking he was helping me. But you see, again, I live alone and I can't reach those things and they're big and heavy, and now like the Christmas tree box is blocking the other decorations. So like while they're just kind of like a small like plastic bin I could pull off myself probably with a ladder, and I have like a step ladder sort of thing, I can't get the Christmas tree box off there because like I have to like be way above my head, and the thing is bigger than me and it's too heavy and I can't move it, and so my decorations are stuck. I have no pumpkins. It's very sad. And he's not back yet, so I can't even get help because like I'm too weak for this. My mom's too weak for this. What are we supposed to do? Die? Like, so Father, once you return, you owe me. And I know for a fact he's gonna throw a fit about having to help me when he gets back. Because he does this to my mom. He'll like put the decorations in the attic and then be like, you want me to get the decorations down, but I have to go all the way up there. And like he means well by putting them away. But like, what am I supposed to do with my pumpkins? They're trapped. And because it's like sort of like an iron mesh type thing, I can see the box. I can see where it is, like above my head, but I can't get to it because to reach it, it's like in the back corner and there's things blocking it. Absolutely tragic. So again, I am pumpkinless. Hopefully, I'll probably buy a couple more things. But I had like a wreath and like some glass pumpkin decorations from my mom in there, and like a couple other things that I wanted to put out. Like I don't have like a million things. I don't really have much because I bought that stuff last year when I had just moved in. So I was more focused on having like furniture than decoration. So I don't have that many things, but it's like the principle of the thing. I want my wreath, you know, and I can't have it, and it's tragic. And then hopefully I can make him get the things down before Christmas, because this way if I ask him to do it all at once, it won't be an issue. But if I make him do it at Christmas time too, it's going to be like a thing where he'll be like, you don't want to get him down, this is too much work. My dad is very nice, but he did this. You made your bed, now lie in it. I can't even complain about, like, I'm complaining about how my dad helped me put things up above the shelf, but I didn't ask him to put the things on the shelf because I knew full well that I couldn't get them down off the shelf, you know? And so I didn't put them up there because I couldn't get them. I know this. I live here alone. I know my place. But yeah, it'll be fine. I'll get my pumpkins. Don't worry, guys. But I'm looking forward to the pumpkins. When my mom and I go shopping for various decorations, because I'm not like a huge Halloween fan, but I really love autumn. You know, I think it's a fun season. I love, you know, pumpkin scented candles and such. Luckily, I still have my candles. Those weren't in the box, so I'm fine for now. But yeah, I like fall. I think it's a fun season. I live in Florida, so I don't really get much of a fall. But I like to have my candles and my pumpkins and pretend that I do, because otherwise I don't get to see any leaves changing, you know? I don't get any of that. The weather isn't different. There is no sweater weather here until like January, and at max it's like 50 degrees, you know? Like it's not ever cold here really, so I just have to make do with what I have, you know? It's tragic, really. Also, I like only own sweaters because I am self-conscious, and so it's a real struggle being here in Florida, you know, with my sweaters. Whatever will I do? To be honest, I don't know. But you can see that now the video is kind of coming to an end sort of soon. We have a few minutes left of the build. I'm working on the bedrooms and stuff. Well, bedrooms. No, it's one bedroom. Just the one. Also, there are no pumpkins in this build either. We have a serious lack of pumpkins in The Sims 4. You know what? I really hope they give us a pumpkin plant soon, like the harvestable plant, because we have a few harvestables, but we don't have pumpkins. I wish they'd given that to us in seasons, because you could like go pick pumpkins in The Sims 3 and then carve those, and I miss that because we have pumpkin carving from spooky stuff in The Sims 4, and we have like some pumpkin decorations, but I want like pumpkins. I want to be able to make pumpkin pie, and I want to grow a pumpkin. I want to make pumpkin patches, because I've done that before with The Sims 4, where I've like placed the pumpkins from spooky stuff, and I've kind of like made a pumpkin patch using other plants and stuff, but it doesn't look quite like a pumpkin patch because it isn't a pumpkin patch. I want to like grow pumpkins. I want to be a pumpkin farmer. Is that too much to ask? There's a CC version of pumpkins. You can download like pumpkin harvestable custom content and mods and stuff. There's actually like a whole world of harvestable mods and things like that. It's a very fun thing. Build CC is wild, but I wish that the actual game had pumpkins, because especially like with this pack, they gave us, I mean, it'd be like a little bit out of place because they have like the roots and like witchy plants in this pack. There's 2 new ones. But like, can you just give me pumpkins? I really want pumpkins. I don't care about various witchy roots. I'm never going to use those. I want pumpkins. I would have my Sims have so many pumpkins if I could. I would be a pumpkin farmer, and I just don't have that. I love pumpkins. I want to like have my Sims roast pumpkin seeds and make pumpkin pie and drink pumpkin drinks. I've never had a pumpkin spice latte, but they seem like people like them, so I want those too. Like, give me it all. Give me the pumpkins. I love pumpkin pie. Is like one of my favorite desserts. I'm gonna be honest. I love pumpkin pie, and like my mom and I used to roast pumpkin seeds. Some of the best fun of all time was like roasting pumpkin seeds. Why don't we have that? The only good thing about Halloween is pumpkins. I don't really like spooky, witchy, occult type stuff, as you guys probably know from my many videos about occults being dumb. But like, I don't really care about Halloween for like the spooky part of it. I just like fall. And I used to be scared of Halloween because I was a real weenie as a child, and I used to be like, oh my god, ghosts and ghouls and goblins, oh no. I was like scared of Halloween when I was younger. I was a serious weenie. But I still have that like mild dislike for the holiday in my self. It's ingrained in me, but like I said, I still love fall and pumpkins and leaves and such, so I just wish we had more of that in The Sims 4. But the video is now over. You can see my screenshots now of some before and afters. It's just a little bit different from what it used to be, just to jog your memory here. But like I said, I'm gonna go, so please make sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things. And in case you guys didn't know, I post new videos every single day, and so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye everybody. I'll keep you posted on the pumpkins, by the way, you guys. Don't worry. You won't get left in the dark. I will let you know how my pumpkin hunt goes and how my decorations fare, because I want them back. I want my wreath. So you'll find out. Don't worry. Stay tuned.